bedroom in front of my banner that had made for me. It's back. I hope it's not backwards to you. It says TNT Grace and Grit. It has different pictures on here of our animals. It has, of course, me. You can barely see, but I'm holding my chicken that was named Mo. And then this is Cher. We still have her and our eggs. And up in the top right corner is Stinker. And then it's me and Johnny. I'll take a picture of it and use it for my thumbnail after this live. Then at the top it has our Tilletville Lane road sign. I said I know you can't, but I'm telling you so when you do see it. Top right is three of our first three chicks that we had, which we still have one of them, which is Excalibur, and she turned 5 this year. So there's Excalibur, Connie, and Thunder, and sadly we've already lost Thunder and Connie. And then this is my grizzly bear, and then this is Excalibur. Sitting on our table on the deck because she doesn't know she's a chicken. And then down below, can't see that either, but you I'll show it. Like I said, it's Johnny hugging his deer. And then there's Josie, my bearded dragon. So I absolutely love it. So let me share this out. I'm recording this live on my tablet so I can have my phone, like I said. So let me see if I can get on here and share this out. Get some people on here with us to talk with us. And we're going to talk about storms and tornadoes and power outages and making sure that you're ready. And there's Sherry. I was fixing to send it to you. Hi, Sherry. It's just me right now recording this. Well, I'm live. I'm gonna share it out. You doing all right, shall we? If I can get to my page, there we go. Good. I have a slight headache. I've had a stressful afternoon, but it all worked out, so that's good. All right, there's the live. Share. Ba-dum-bum. See who we can get on here to talk with us. Hope everybody's doing good. Hang with me, just bear with me a minute. And if you can share it out, that would be great. Also, see if I can get my niece on here too. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. So that was sent out. Let's see here. Share. Copy link. We'll get busy here in a minute. Send that to Nene. Alright, think we're good, think we're good. Let's see if I can get my twin on here. volume down. Down. I don't know. I hope this internet works okay because my internet's been really, really stupid lately. It looks like it's kind of pixelated. Uh, Johnny and I went and had Mexican. I haven't had it for a long time. I didn't put any lipstick on. I have my stinker earrings on. Are you in your stinker? Did you go out and I shut the door? Stinker, come here. Come here. Come here to mama. Come here. You're going to knock everything down. Come here. Come here. All right, now come here. Oh my goodness. There's a stinker bell. There's Mama Stinker bell. Can you say hi? It's funny when she wants you to hold her. Oh, she's just so loving and loving and loving. But if you want to hold her and she has anything to do with it, she acts like you're trying to decapitate her. Don't you? Don't you? Yeah. So, I'm a beautiful girl and I love my mommy so much. Say I love my mommy so much. She's wagging her tail. I love my mommy. Sherry saying hi, Stinker. Sherry saying hi, Stinker. You say hi, Sherry? Huh? You say hi? Yeah. she's wagging her little tail. Probably can't see her. Say hi. Now wag your tail. No. She's a good girl. Where's a good girl? Where's a good girl? Oh, now you want to come back. Now you want to come back. Yeah, you want to come back. Yeah. Johnny's not. Oh, there's Johnny. Daddy's here. Don't tell Johnny, but Stinker is actually my baby. She's supposed to be his dog, but she's actually my baby. Aren't you, Stinker? Aren't you, Stinker? Say, I'm Mama's baby. Grizzly's always got between me and Johnny to try to keep Johnny from kissing me or hugging me. Now Stinker's doing it too. Stinker does it too. Alright, so I have a question. Did you ever make your emergency bag, Sherry? Would make a good duster, you're right. It's funny, back in the day when I was raising my boys, we had a little cockapoo. His name was Pops. And when he needed a haircut, he was nothing but a poof of fur, curly little fur. And he would lay all spread out, just all legs out, front and back, on his belly on the linoleum in the kitchen because it was cooler. And he looked like a little bear rug. And I kept telling him I was going to put a mop and dust mop my kitchen floor. He would have made a good one. Oh, man. So, yep, I want to talk about emergency kits. And the reason I even thought about it is that I actually got an email from our electric company reminding us that it's storm season and that make sure that we have an emergency kit. And they had a list of items to for a reminder, and I did screenshot that. And I was going to do a video. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it live and talk to people about it. And when I say can get or whatever, this is for a storm only. This is where you can grab this bag and it has, because your electricity just went out. First of all, let's say you're in bed and it's storming and the lights go out. Now, the first thing I have to do is I need to go cover up my bearded dragon so the heat will stay in her cage. And so I'm going to need to grab a flashlight, and I have a flashlight right next to my bed on my desk that I can grab. I also have two headlamps there, and I also have Stinker hates that. So it just depends on. I mean, if I need to make sure everybody else is awake or if there's an emergency. But so I grab a flashlight or a headlamp, whichever I decide to grab first, if not both. And I'm gonna go straight out our bedroom door right here, go around the corner to where Josie is at, and she has blankets on one end because one end we keep hot, the other end is her cooling end, but there's blankets on top so none of the heat can come out at all. But it is cooler over there because it's kind of shaded. But I'm going to take those blankets and put on top of her whole cage to keep that heat in there because usually they get the electric right back on pretty quick after a storm. And I don't want anybody out there climbing poles in a lightning storm. One of my sons used to work for a cable company, and he had to climb poles, and I just worried myself sick over him having to do that. So I don't want anybody out there climbing a pole in the wind or the lightning or anything that's going to be dangerous for them. So I can wait until the storm's over for them to get the electricity back on. So it's only going to be a few hours usually and something like that. But let's say it is, God forbid, it's a tornado. And a lot of the poles and the lines are down, so the electric's going to be out for several days. Now, what I'm talking about in this case is, first of all, you're going to need a manual can opener or food that you can eat that doesn't have to be cooked on a stove unless you have a grill outside with propane and you send your Johnny outside to cook on the grill. Right, Johnny? You can bake a cake and all kinds of sorts of things. I'm planning to do videos on that where you can bake a cake and you can bake anything on a grill. um, okay, so here's some of the items that they have listed, and then I'm going to show you some of the things that I have and talk about them. So, one thing is you need a container that has your prescription medications and extra glasses. Now, these aren't prescription, these are reading glasses, but I can't read crap without these glasses. If you have a baby, you need your infant formula and diapers, and you need your distilled water or whatever it is they say for you to use with that. You need pet food, water, and supplies for your pet. Behind the curtain, I don't have the man from Oz. Behind this curtain is this big one down here in the bottom you can't see is my bug out bag that's good for probably about a week. We're redoing Johnny's, or this is Johnny's, and this is mine and Johnny's together 24 to 48-hour bag. And then this purple that you can see right here is Josie's bag, and her warmer to keep her. It's a USB heating pad to keep her warm. Connected to that, I have her water. There's the water bowl and food bowl. Remember the tags I got that are actually for suitcases? So I got a picture on one side of Johnny holding her, on the other side of me holding Josie. That shows that he and I are the owners of her. On our 24 to 48 hour bag, I have Grizzly, Josie, and Grizzly, Stinker, and Josie on one side. and the other side is me and Johnny. And then on the dog's bag, which is down below, and I can't just, I have two tags for them. One has a picture of just Grizzly on one side, and then the other side is the other tag is just Stinker, because their bag is one bag together. Since she's so tiny, and he doesn't have the needs of having a blanket where she gets cold, so I have a blanket in there for her, and I have the each of them have their own 2-pack water and dog food bowls, and I have dry dog food in there that is sealed. Now that is if we're gonna have to leave for a while, but again, back to just your lights went out for overnight, so I'm gonna have to unplug this so you can see it. This is a charger. Both of these chargers I got from Temu, and the batteries as well. What I like about this charger is, can you tell I have two different sizes of batteries in here? You can use this to charge either or, the A's or triple A. This one is, unless I'm wrong, is just for the double A. And I tell you that, and I don't want I don't want to lie to you, so I'll tell you what I'm gonna do before I say so. I'm gonna plug this in and make sure. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. But I've been known to be wrong a couple times. Give me a second. Step out of the camera frame for a minute. I am wrong. These will charge. This one will also charge both sizes. This one doesn't, it shows red when it's charging, but it doesn't change any color when it's charged. You just have to take however long you think it is. This shows the batteries on the light up, and I have no way of showing that to you. I'm sorry. It lights up and shows the battery strength and how much of the battery is charged on each one. And it doesn't take long at all for them to charge, but I have a lot of these charged up, and each bag, I mean Josie's bag, the dog's bag, our 24 to 48 hour bag, Johnny's bag, and my bag, and the extra lights and bag all have batteries in them. And about once a month, every 6 weeks, I make sure the batteries are charged up. I top them off. And then each bag has at least one of these. These are actually two extra ones that I keep in my drawer here at my desk. So, nothing like having, and you should also have regular store-bought batteries too. And I do have some of those in my actual bug out bag, and we're going to put some in Johnny's actual bug out bag. I have extra charging cords and extra charging blocks in each bag. Actually, the dog's bag has one, Josie's bag has one, and our 24 to 48, Johnny's bag and my bag, all have charging blocks and extra cords. That's just to make sure that we always have them. So make sure you have your blocks. So I'm trying to stay till overnight, but it's kind of hard to do. So if you have these, you can always plug these up and keep your phone topped off. These are not going to charge your phone completely. This one won't. My other one's in the car that has a pad that rolls out, and there's this panel plus 3 more panels on the thing that rolls out. It will actually charge. It charges my phone, which is it's an Android tablet, not Android tablet, it's Android Note. So, and it will charge it completely from almost dead. If it's charged. So you need to make sure that you keep these topped off. And if you don't have sun to top them off, you know a storm's coming in, go around your house and start charging up all of your blocks. And then I keep one of these. Of course, guess what I'm going to tell you? Every one of our bags has at least one charging block in there. And they have flashlights on the end as well. They have a compass. They have your clip to clip it on, and it has the charging ports. You have two USB, forgot what they call the round one, Johnny, you know, and the USB-C. What's the regular one called? USB-A? It has a name. But anyway, most of these have all of these ports and usually a cover that goes over them, but I lost the cover off this one, but it's because we use it. But with this, you can always charge it in the sun and top it off by plugging it in. And so make sure that you're taking these out of your bags, and I would check them no less than every 2 months and top them off in your bug out bags, your emergency bags, emergency kits, whatever you want to call them. And this is what if we know a storm's coming, we know it's going to be bad. I pull this out right away and take it into the living room because this has the extra bulbs in it. I must say that, but I think right now they are in the living room. But I did take them out. I keep my fire starter kit in here. I keep extra charging cords and blocks in here. And then I have these bulbs. It's going to get dark for a minute, so I'm going to unplug this. You can get these from Temu or Amazon. If you'd like a link, I can find links for you. And these actually charge up by just plugging them into an actual lamp. And so this one stays in the lamp that's right over my desk. And guess what you can do with this? It's gonna make me have to be a liar now. And all I'm doing is touching the top right here and the side. How cool are these? And they're well worth the money. When I first got my first one of these, we ordered them from Amazon in 2020. But if you don't have to have your finger, they have things that you can screw on there that has, you can either have them where you set them, or you can have it to where you hang them. But if you can't, you need to walk around with it. You just tap the end until you get to where you're going to find your flashlight or whatever you need. Have you anybody seen these before? Now I can't get it back in there. Hang on. There we go. Hi, Nene. I charge everything when a storm's coming. Good job. Yes, all of these that I have, every single one that I have came from Temu. Pot roast on yeah, I mean, you can make anything. Johnny actually one time, and we have a video on it, I might have done a short, actually. He actually made Salisbury steak, frozen Salisbury steak on the grill whenever a storm comes through and knocks out our electricity. Going through the pics on the bags, yeah. Sorry, I'm going back and reading the comments. You have your bag kits? Good. Electrifying. Johnny, you're silly. So, Who has these? Who has the rechargeable batteries and the chargers? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to give you a couple weeks to do it. Email me at tammynaltilla@gmail.com. Actually, I have a TNT Grace email now. Let's do it there. TNT Grace and Grit at Yahoo. I'm sorry, at gmail.com. And show me a picture, and I don't care if it takes a couple of weeks, that shows that you ordered batteries, a charger, or at least one of these. I want to see pictures. I will send you a pair of earrings. These are the horseshoes with a 4-leaf clover on them. But I want email proof. Going to help Joe with his car. Good night, everybody. All right. These flashlights on the end of these are actually pretty bright. Do y'all think that's wrong of me to ask you to do that? See, these are good flashlights on the end of these. But I have, this is my medicine keeper for inside the house, and we have to write the days on there because I forget if I took my medicine or not. But I have one exactly the same color, but it's a long flat one that has all my meds in it for 7 days, and it's in a baggie wrapped up, and it's in my bug out bag, and then so I need to put one together. Actually, it's in my 24 to 48 hour bag. I need to make one to put in my bug out bag, and one for Johnny as well. So let's see what else they have on their list that they emailed me. Cash and change. When the electric is down, they had this problem, especially in North Carolina when that hurricane went through. They were trying to get gas and they had no way to, because there was no electricity at the gas pumps. So if you didn't have cash or the right amount, even if you didn't have the right amount of cash, if you only were getting $15 of gas and you only had a $20 bill, you either gave them $20 of that $15 of gas, or you just didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you have cash on you. Try to have several ones. Have ones, fives, tens, and 20s. Nothing much bigger than that, because not too many people are going to have that kind of change to break hundreds or 50s. Emergency reference materials such as a first aid book or information from ready.gov. Sleeping bag or warm blanket for each person. Now, this would be more like if it's wintertime, your electricity goes out, and I 100% agree with that. Plus, having a small tent that you can set up in your house and put the topper over it, and maybe even a heavier blanket over top of it, because when you get inside of there, the body heat from each person is going to stay inside that tent and keep you warm. And also with an air conditioner, you can take a styrofoam cooler and cut a hole in the top of it and get a fan to sit on top. You can then, of course, it have to be a battery fan, or if you have a one of the USB fan that you can charge, put this in, and you put ice in that and another hole out the side of it. That fan is going to blow that cold air out that hole. Same thing if you have to get inside that tent to keep that cool air in there to keep you cool. So, or in a smaller building. It's like we could always go down to our cottage because it's a smaller building and stay warmer or cooler there with those kind of items. Remember seeing anything in chat? Tent. Hey, Joy. How are you doing, honey? We're talking about being prepared for storms or power outages. All right, make sure you have fire extinguishers. I have, or we have an actual large, normal size fire extinguisher, and we keep checking the dates on that. You can get those recharged. Also, in the kitchen, I have a fire blanket and I have a can of a fire extinguisher that's like an aerosol can. I have the same thing down in my cottage so that if something either happens out of the grill, we can grab it real quick, or if we need it in the cottage. Also have a carbon monoxide detector out in the cottage because it's such a small space and we do use heaters out there in the wintertime. Let's see. Feminine supplies, if you still need those. I don't. Thank you, Jesus. Personal hygiene items and hand sanitizer. If you can't wash your hands, you're going to want to be able to use hand sanitizer. One that we keep hand sanitizer in the car because when Kay and I are out dashing or Uber Eats delivery, sometimes we have to use the restrooms in restaurants and other places, and they are disgusting. Some of them. So we keep wipes and hand sanitizer in the car. And if I have to go up the steps to deliver, or either one of us have to go up steps to deliver orders, of course you got to put your hands on the handrail. I do anyway, make sure that I don't fall. So after I touch the handrails, I always use the hand sanitizer. So, and I have little bottles of hand sanitizer in each one of our bug out bags. And Joy wasn't here, but all the way down here's the purple. Under this purple bag, that purple bag is Josie's bag because she actually has a whole lot of needs that you know what a bearded dragon needs if there's no power. We have a heating pad in there for her to keep her warm and all kinds of things. And under that is the dog's bag. And then these are all mine and Johnny's bags. And then the one on top is our 24 to 48-hour bag that in case we have to leave just for a couple of days. All right, let's see what else they have on here. Mess kits, paper cups, plates, disposable utensils, and paper towels. I actually have paper towels in our vehicle. I have utensils in our vehicle. I have napkins in our vehicle. I don't have plates or cups, which would be a good idea to put a few plates and cups in there somewhere off to the side or in that bag. So that's a good reminder for me. And did you see my video where I put that dividing bag across the back of my back seat in our Subaru? And in that center, I have. Let me get a drink of my water. Love lemon water. In that center of it, it's a bigger bag, so I have our first aid kit, and then off to the side, I have like our jumper cable. We have the jumper cable. We have both. We actually have the main jumper cable, then I have the box jumper cable, to where if we see somebody on the side of the road and they, or in a parking lot, daylight, and we know we can trust them, and there's more people around, then I'm going to help them jump. I'm going to be safe. I'm not going to stop in the dark. I'm not going to help a man. I'm sorry, I'm not. So, but it's when it's got the cables, we got those through the jumper cables hooked to it. We got those from Timu. Love them. That even jumped our big old Cadillac out here. The Escalade. It jumped it. One of them was in the chat. Live by hands. I bet you do, honey. Yeah, bless their heart. Those birdies. Birdies. Beardies. Kay is at her daughter. She's going to be watching her grandbabies tomorrow. Storms are a hot mess, Joy. I don't think it is either, unless it's going to be wet like it usually is every season, and then all of a sudden go hot and dry everything up. And they have paper and pencil, and I have all of that in my car. Books, games, puzzles, other activities for children, and not just for children. I'll tell you what, when we went down to Alabama, of course, Johnny drove, I was in the front seat. Kay was sitting behind me, and then my ex husband, which is my son's father, and of course, the grandfather of Zach, rode with us, went down there. And it was a long trip. You can't sleep well in the car. So I on YouTube I went on and found trivia. Tommy was on here, he'd say that he and I were always and will probably always be very competitive about proving who has the smartest brain. So yeah, we had fun with that. But I also have cards, little bitty cards that I got from Timu, and Kay and I have done those sitting in the living room when we just get sick and tired of watching YouTube or whatever, and we'll go through. And I've done questions like that on my lives before, like would you rather, or things like that. So either make the games up in your head or take paper and do hangman or do tic tac toe or things like that to pass the time. And if you have kids and grandkids with you, Lord knows you're gonna have to find something to pass the time. And I'm just as bad as a kid because I get bored easily. All right. Then the recommended items to include in a basic emergency supply kit, they have water and non-perishable food for several days. Things like that. Jerky is good to have. That will last for days if you like jerky. I love teriyaki jerky. You can get cans of potted meat, and yes, I know potted meat is not everybody's favorite, and I hate spam because I was raised on eating spam sometimes with eggs, and I have even tried it 2 or 3 times since I've grown up. Going, okay, come on, you can try it. I still cannot stand that crap. I'm sorry. Now, yes, if I'm starving to death, I guess I'm gonna eat it, but it's gonna have to be cut in small, tiny things, mixed in with some eggs and onions and peppers, and I don't know what to mask the taste of it. Load it down in garlic, salt, and pepper, and whatever else I can throw on it. But so spam, potted meat, tuna fish. Now you're gonna either want pop top cans or make sure you have a manual can opener or you'll be up the road. And things like ravioli and beef runny, those can actually be eaten from the can because they're already cooked. You basically just warm them up to eat them. So you can still eat it straight from the can, push comes to shove. It does have its own unique taste. Yeah, it does. Extra cell phone battery or chargers. I took my nice pink one with me down to Rough River last Saturday. We're going fishing this kind of Saturday too. Battery powered or hand crank radio that can receive NOAA weather radio, tunnel alerts, and extra batteries. Extra batteries. How many times can we preach extra batteries? But not just rechargeable. Make sure you have some store bought as well. Your first aid kit. Oh, you can't see my first aid kit. I have a small first aid kit that's tacked on to our 24-48 hour bag, but it's on the far side. And I don't want to try to get up and move it right now because God knows what will fall. First aid kit and a whistle to signal for help. Or, this is going to drive Stinker crazy, but I'm going to do it. Which I do have a whistle on here. And drives Stinker crazy. I don't blame her. But we have these on all the bags as well, and in my car door and Kay's car door, because she drives me around. She drives Miss Daisy. We have pepper spray and whistles and the electronic. Sorry, Stinker. I'm sorry. I know you don't like them. Where's your daddy? Where's daddy? Where's daddy? What? Where'd he go? What? Okay. Goodness. Goodness. Oh, you're not my messing on the floor. I know. Okay. We're done. I started it and told her to hush, huh? Just bought pepper spray. Nay, you go, girl. Yeah, menopause. I tell you what, I'm finally on the other side of it. Thank God Almighty. That's been, I don't know, 2, 3, 3.5, 4 years. Let's see, going on 4 years since Mother Nature's visited me monthly. Yes, thank God. All right, dust mask to help filter out contaminated air, and plastic sheeting and duct tape if you need a shelter in place. Moist towelettes, garbage bags and plastic towels for personal sanitation, non-sparking wrench or flares to turn off utilities. Did I show you the 4-way that I have? I have one in my bag and one in Johnny's as well, and I forget what they call them, but they have the different sizes on each end, and those are made for, say you need to get water out of a spigot somewhere and the round thing's taken off, you can put them on there and turn that water on. I forget what they're called, but we both have one, and you can get those at Temu too. Tell me if you want me to find the link, and I can link that down below once this uploads. Can opener, which I brought up already, and local maps. Now, I'm from this area, but when I lived in Ohio and in Florida, the first thing that I did when I moved there was I went to their county office. I can't think what that was called, and I asked them for area maps for each city that was around through there, so that we would know the roads and how to get to different places, and they were kind to do that. You can also get those online and print them. I'm kind of old school to want an actual map in my hand a lot, because you don't know if GPS is going to work. If the power's out, GPS might not work. So make sure you have. Oh, hair. Sorry. What else can we discuss? Do you have questions? Can you think of anything that you would like me to do an actual video on? Yes, Joy, you do need pepper spray. You can also get the pepper gel, which some people think is safer because it doesn't spray back in your face as easily if the wind happens to be blowing towards you and the perpetrator is in that direction. If you're spraying pepper spray towards them, it's going to come back on you. So pepper gel is not as likely, and you can use pepper gel at a further pace away than the pepper spray, unless the wind in your favor and it's going to still blow towards them. Yeah, Johnny, and I laugh, but I shouldn't have. He has an atlas that, oh my, I'm gonna get it out one of these days and show it. It's probably this wide, and I don't know how long it is. It's a gigantic thing. It has all the states. It has Canada. It has Hawaii, and all the roads listed. And it's coded so that you can't run it if it gets wet. It's got the wire edging on it, spinal thing, whatever, spinal binder. I wish this chat would stay up. Cover so much, and I'm so grateful for all the reminders. Love that about the gel. Yes, we don't want spraying back. Oh God, no. And if you remember to spray in a T. You want to go to their forehead, chin,
side to side. You want to make a T or a cross, however you want to look at it. Forehead to chin, that's going to get up in their nose. Or you can go chin to forehead, however you want to do it. And then side to side. So you're going to go spray it at them. So I don't care if you go chin to forehead, side to side. You're going to make a cross or a T. Bless them while you're at it. I'll bless you with my pepper spray. Yeah, that's actually in the safety for women. One of the things they teach you. Yeah, well, with Johnny being a truck driver, he was raised on reading maps, so he would much rather get a map out. But of course, there's so many new roads nowadays too. So, what is it, baby girl? What is it? Come here. You're not my. Let me move some of this stuff. Come here, Mama. Hold you. Come here. Come here. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Come here, Mama. Hold you. Oh goodness. Say hi. She acts like that tail. Show me tail. Show me how pretty your tail is. Say I'm a good girl. Say I'm a good girl. You're scratching me. Oh, it's just a baby. It's just a baby. Show them how pretty you are. Show them how pretty you are. Say hi. Say I'm a pretty girl. Say I'm such a pretty girl. Say a pretty girl. She smells like the pond. I'm gonna go get her and Grizzly. I was gonna get her just one of those little like $10 pools they have at the Dollar General store. But Grizzly likes to get in the. He don't really go swimming, but he likes to get in the water. So I thought, well, I might as well, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well get the little bit bigger one. And so they both can get out there and lay down in it. Instead of having to go all the way down to the pond, they can get into it here at the house. What are you yawning for? What are you yawning for, huh? Anybody got questions? Questions, comments, concerns? Anything you'd like to see me cover in a video? Yeah. Hey, Ollie. She's my pretty baby girl. She was supposed to be Johnny's little puppy girl dog. But she loved her mom. She loves all of us, actually. She'll go outside with my son John and his girlfriend, and she'll sit and play with Kay. And if I'm not here with Johnny, and if I'm not here, she'll go to anybody. If I'm here, she pretty much wants to be with me all the time. And at night time, I'll sit in Johnny's chair in the living room with Kay and watch TV, and she gets on the arm of the chair and goes to sleep. Oh goodness, what a yawn! What a yawn! What a yawn! I know what you want to do. I know what you want to do. I'll get in this chair and I'll lean back to watch my TV's right there. And I'll lean back in my chair to watch TV, and she climbs up on my leg and lays down and goes to sleep. She's just a baby. Say, I think my name's Bitch, though. And that's not a bad word, because actually, a female dog is actually a bitch. Right? So what's everybody been up to? So happy to see all my friends. Yeah, I haven't got to chat for a while. I've been trying to make that money. I ain't gonna lie. We are. I'm not blaming it on him. Don't get this, but when Johnny was off with walking pneumonia, it set us back, and we're still trying to get ahead. So I've been out busting my butt. Kay and I both getting everything caught up, and keeping the car insurance paid, and keeping the electric bill paid. And I tell you what, those electric bills we had over the winter for $1,000, $800, $900, $600. Jeez, man, I'm gonna tell you what. They set us back a pretty penny, and we were having to rob Peter and Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John to pay Paul. Babysitting your beautiful girls. Yeah, I hope I get to see my girls hopefully sometime this weekend. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I guess I could be filling my medicine while I'm sitting here talking, if y'all don't mind. What do you do with it? You dropped that on the floor. Where'd it go? Only on 2 prescriptions, but I take an allergy pill and a vitamin B12, which she just raised that from 500 to 1,000. But I'm going to take the rest of my 500. Well, I guess I could double the 500, couldn't I? Duh. There's my allergy pill. And then I take my vitamin C, D3, and zinc. And that's ruh-roh. I got today and tomorrow on that. I need to order me some more from Amazon. And then my blood pressure medicine. I don't want to show the front of it because it has my RX on it. And my Alexa Pro, so I don't kill people. Just saying. And my vitamin B12. So is doubling it the same thing as taking 1,000? I mean, I know that sounds stupid. I'm sorry to sound stupid. But since it's 500, and she changed it, raised it from 500 to 1,000, taking 2 is the same thing as 1,000, right? Is that what y'all would do? Every now and then I'll take extra magnesium. And every now and then I'll take extra potassium. Every now and then. Light bills are through the roof. Summer does get busy. Yep, fill the pill day, because I got today in there and it's empty. As long as the other things combine with it, you just can double. If not, yeah, I wouldn't say why you couldn't. Girlfriend, you can't eat my medicine. Lay down. You're so nosy. You're a nosy girl. These smell so good. The vitamin B12. Kay loves the smell of my olmesartan, which is my blood pressure medicine, which I don't think it smells anything, actually. These almost smell like cherry. Like you could chew them up. Like a cherry. I don't know if you could see or not. Probably not. I don't want to drop them. But daggone, they smell good. Alright, so this is what I can double up on. So, Lord, I hope I don't spill this pill bottle. Pill box. My little daisy. Don't touch, girl. Mama's medicine. You don't want it. You don't want it. Alright, so now, there's Thursday. 2 in here. How fun is this? Live. Let's watch Tammy fill her pill bottle. How exciting. You can't even see it. Yes, thank you. Please like the video. Although, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of boring. Just yakking. I did give you information, though. More in there. Alright, there's the B12. Yeah, Kay's over at her daughter's, visiting with her and her grandbabies. Alright. As I will, I'll put it back in the back. Usually Kay does this for me. She loves to do it, so I just let her. I gotta get on Amazon and order my vitamin C. But I'll tell you what, this is the truth. And I'm not bragging. First of all, I'm going to give God the glory and the thanks. But I have not been sick. I had that one day, either a food poison or a 24-hour bug, whatever it was. I still say it was food poisoning because it was nasty. But I have not had, like Johnny went through that walking pneumonia. And usually if I get sick, he gets sick. If he gets sick, I get sick. But I've been taking this vitamin C, D3, and zinc for over a year now. And I have not been sick for at least over a year since I've been taking this. And like I said, I give God the glory first. But I think that taking that vitamin C, the D3, and the zinc all together has helped. I can't take a full vitamin that has everything in it because it does crazy stuff to my system. Ma'am, you're being nosy. Alright. So let's see there. I know y'all can't see it, but here's a close-up of Tammy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Anybody else count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, girlfriend. What am I gonna do with you? What am I gonna do with you? We're gonna spoil my medicine. Lay down. Good girl. Alright, here's my Lexapro, I would say my lifesaver, but the way I look at it, it's everybody else's lifesaver. You know. If you know, you know. Just saying. Stinker, you're fine. You're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leave it. Good girl. Had my gastric surgeries, I had to have 3 B12 shots a week. Ugh. Recent one. I'm going to try to get caught up on all videos today since we've been out door dashing. Kay and I both are using our phones for that. So I will turn on Uber, and mostly Uber because I make more money off of Uber. She uses Dash mostly. But when they're slow, I will turn on both of them and see where I'm going to make. I made in 2 days, made the whole electric bill money on Uber Eats delivery. Alright, so here we go, Thursday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hate taking pills. Nasty. All right. Thursday's meds taken. Weekly meds refilled. I talked to my friends about having things ready for a storm. No power. Yeah, and I'll tell you, on my birthday, which was Monday, uh, we went out and it was a It was actually a dash 4K. So once one of us gets an order, then we'll pause our app. So if I say I get an Uber order, then we'll go do that. I'll pause my dash and she'll pause her dash and we go and fill that delivery. And then once that delivery's over, then we'll turn them all back on. And then say she gets a dash, so we'll go do her dash, and I'll pause my dash and my Uber, and we just go back and forth on that. Excuse me, that was gross. Hang on, let me let this little stinker bell out before she just has her stroke. I think your daddy's outside though, on the lawnmower. Is that what you're having a problem with? She hates lawnmowers. Be right back. Okay. Stinker is out. I'm scared of that gastric bypass surgery. I pray that you do great with it. There's such a lag in the recording of this. Anybody else drink lemon water? Just lemon ice water. Love it. Up there. Yeah, I love the lemon in it. When I first started drinking the lemon water, I'd put a little bit of sugar in it, and then I just gradually started taking it out. And I love lemonade, but I love lemon water. So, so glad that we're all here talking together. I love it. Right, straighten this up a little bit. If y'all seen my professional setup here, you'd have a good giggle. This is the banner that my son got me. See our Tilletville Lane road sign. My first three chicks we had was Grizzly, of course, me and Johnny, Stinker, Eggs, Cher, Excalibur, my pup chicken, me down the corner, Johnny with his deer. It's kind of leaning sideways. Sorry, I can't fix it. Yeah, that's why I'm terrified of it. I worked with the girl, I want to say it was in 2001, because Christopher graduated in 2002. That she was a good, she was so big that when she started working there with us, and I'm not going to say where I was working at the time, they had to get a chair that didn't have arms on the side of it for her to sit in while I was training her. And she had the surgery. I seen her 2 years later at another place of business that we both started working at in another city. Well, it was in Fort Knox. And she looked great. She was 6 foot tall already and then big. So, of course, everybody made fun of her, called her all kinds of ugly names. And she was tall. She wasn't too skinny. She was beautifully slim. She'd had surgery done to remove the excess skin, and she was actually wearing makeup then. And I didn't even know her, and she said, and I went. I'd love to go by TJ. That's my nickname instead of Tammy. But she said, "Are you TJ from where we worked at?" And I trained her, and I said, "Yeah." She said, "You don't even know who I am, do you?" And I looked at her eyes and I said, "Honey, you look familiar." But no, I don't. And she told me her name and I said, "Darling, that surgery worked great for you. She had zero complications, thank God. But I've known people who have had complications, very bad ones. So I'm still terrified of it. But she looked great. And I don't know if I'd had the money to have the surgery, to have the exo surgery. And I don't even know if the insurance would pay for it. And I would probably be scared to death to even do that. I watched the 1,000 Pound Sisters, and I had anxiety with Tammy when she was having her, or going in to have her surgery. I was like, I can't do this. But thank God that you're okay now, Sherry. And I'm so sorry about your sister. I've put on a lot of weight since, especially since, which I haven't worked outside of the home since, I want to say 2019. Take care of my mom here, and then of course she died in 2022. And then with the anxiety and depression, I don't drive, period. So the only thing I can do is the DoorDash or the Uber, and someone has to drive me to do that. And I love it. I love making my own money. I love being independent and helping with the bills. But and I hate it. I get mad at myself. I get mad today. I get mad today at myself because I'm not being able to drive. But it terrifies me to drive out in traffic. And people who don't have anxiety like that don't understand it, because, or any kind of, when you have anxiety over something, Johnny's like, well, just don't let it get to you. Just don't worry about it. And it's not that easy. If you have anxiety, true anxiety, you know that it's not that easy to just say, "Oh, I'm not gonna worry about it." Oh, whatever, you know. And yes, I know, give it to God. And believe me, all the time I say, God, take this, please take this off me. And there's times that He does, but you got to truly give it to Him. And I can't say I truly give it to Him all the time either. So, is that too much information? It's not that easy. And I get so angry. Emma, do you get angry at yourself, Joy, for having it? Yeah, that's dangerous too. And see, that kind of worries me with Kay because although she has the monitor, she has the thing that goes on her arm or on her stomach, wherever she puts it, and so her phone or her watch will tell her when her sugar's low. And but I guess we gotta do what we gotta do. Yeah, I just get earlier. I just like was like, crap. Me and Johnny went out to eat, and we were gonna go do. I was gonna let him drive, and I was gonna do a couple more Uber deliveries just to kind of top off that account. And it just kept giving me Fort Knox, kept giving me Fort Knox, and I'm not gonna go on Fort Knox because to go on Fort Knox you have to have the real ID. I have no reason to have a real ID. I'm not gonna fly anywhere, and I have no reason to have it. So I'm not gonna go on post. I'm not gonna go buy a real ID when my driver's license, which I do keep up because I can drive if I have to drive. I just drive slower than everybody else and drive everybody crazy, but they'll get over it. I don't care. But, so I do keep my driver's license up, but I have no reason to have a real ID, and that's the only way that you can get on post onto Fort Knox is with a real ID. And they keep sending me these orders and they're good orders. They're good money, but I can't go on post. I don't want to go on post. I don't know. I grew up going on post. My daddy worked at Fort Knox. I could probably give tours of Fort Knox. But anyway, I find just I turned it off and I just got angry that I just couldn't go out with by myself to do these. I'm just gonna throw my phone and everything. He's like, "Why are you mad?" I'm like, I got angry at myself. So, and I'm sure it's a common thing with anybody that has anxiety that you're gonna get angry at yourself too. But oops. Idiot. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring this conversation down. Yeah, my mom held on to her license at 80. Oh no, she passed away in April. She would have been 91 in that July. I want to say at 87 or 88, she did an illegal U-turn in the middle of the road before U-turns were legal in our city, and now you can turn anywhere. But she did a legal U-turn and hit straight on. Thank God neither one were going too fast. A woman from Michigan. Neither one were going that fast, and there wasn't any serious injuries. But she totaled her car, and at that point, I told her, I said, "You're giving me your license. Your car is getting smashed, and you're done driving." Period. And I did because she could not hear. She got nervous. She didn't pay any attention to what was going on. She had a one track mind of, I'm going to turn around, and she would turn around and not even think about looking to see if there was any traffic coming. And I said, "You're done. You're going to kill yourself or somebody else. You're done." And I did. So we had her license turned into an ID because that terrified me. She could have killed herself or somebody else or both. Wish I could DoorDash to you, Sherry. Oh, I was gonna tell you about my birthday. So anyway, so Martha K, I call her Martha, got a dash, and it went from 8 Town to Vine Grove, but it was for alcohol, it was for beer, and Vine Grove is a wet county. But it was decent money, so we're like, okay, whatever. So we went to E-Town, got it. On the far side of E-Town, on top of that, took the alcohol to Vine Grove, and so the guy came out, and he said, "How y'all doing this fine night?" Blah blah. And I was like, "Oh great, it's my birthday. It's almost over." He said, "Well, happy blanking birthday." Happily, he said, "Nice, whatever." And I said, "Thank you." And he said, "Well, I appreciate you." He said, "Do you live in E-Town?" I'm like, "Yeah, but it's all right." He said, "Well, I'm gonna give you a bigger tip." No, wait a minute. I'll be right back. Runs in the house, comes out, tells me to put my window down, hands me a $20 bill, says, "Happy blanking birthday." I was like, "Thank you." Hands Kay a $20 bill, says, "Thank you for your hard blanking work." She's like, "Well, thank you." So we got paid for the delivery from Uber, paid for the tip that goes automatically on the Uber app from the customer. Plus, he gave me $20 and her $20. I'm like, well, I think we made bank on that delivery. So that was a nice birthday. Come on. He was blinking at me. We were laughing, and then when he came out, and he was handing us the money, and then he went around to Kaysa because we have to verify their driver's license. Pardon me, on the app, we have to scan their driver's license, the back of it, and then they have to sign. So while he was doing that, his wife, girlfriend, whatever, opens the door. She says, "Happy birthday!" I was like, "Thank you." So that made our night. It was fun. But yeah, shit, we have a good time when we're out dashing. We'll get it's so tired. We get slap happy, stupid, and say silly things, and laugh and laugh and laugh and giggle till we can't breathe, and we have a good time. And there are stressful times. I mean, we're a family. Things happen. But one thing with Kay and I, we've always been able to have it out, get over it, go on. We don't hold any nothing. It's like yang 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 yang, and then it's worked out. And okay, let's go on. More like sisters than aunt and niece. I wish the chat. There's got to be a way to keep the chat up on the phone or up on the. We are besties. Yep. So I guess I'll let y'all go for an hour and almost 20 minutes, and I appreciate you very, very much. Bottom of my pea picking heart. Unless y'all want to stay on and chat about anything else, I'll let you go. I don't want to hang on to you too long. Fried chicken, that sounds good. I had I always get same thing pretty much. I either get chicken chimichanga or um, steak and shrimp. This is from the Mexican restaurant, and that's usually one of the two of the main things that I will get there. And if I'm feeling a little froggy, I'll get a Mexican salad, and that's usually chicken too. I'm not crazy about the beef Mexican salads. I did get a fuzzy navel, and I got a glass of water, lemon, and that's where I got more water and lemon to bring home with me. I put my eyes on so I can see. I will. That's okay. Thanks, Joy and Sherry and Ollie and Nene and everyone that joined. Johnny. Mwah, 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 mwah. Remember to always be beautiful. Bye for now.